And Vladimir Putin is heading to the Middle East in the rare trip. Putin visiting both Saudi Arabia and the UAE to discuss the oil markets, world conflicts, and trade. For more on this, we've got Yahoo Finance reporter Inez Ferre here with us. Inez, what do we know so far about this?
Yes, Brad, so this is an important trip for Vladimir Putin because since the invasion of Ukraine last year, the West has really tried to isolate Vladimir Putin. You've had also in March, you had the International Criminal Court that had issued an arrest warrant for crimes against humanity. So he hasn't taken that many trips outside of Russia since the invasion of Ukraine. So he is now going to the UAE and he's also going to Saudi Arabia. And this is important because both of those nations hadn't signed that petition from the ICC, but also they are both allies of Russia and they are both OPEC Plus members. So this trip comes on the heels of OPEC Plus last week, their meeting, where they announced a deepening of sanctions. That meeting had been overshadowed because of internal disagreements on further cuts. So this is an important trip for him because it shows, look, we are all united on the same page when it comes to these cuts, and we are all collaborating. You had some smaller countries that didn't want so many cuts. They wanted to regain some market share. And if you take a look at crude, what happened with crude on the day of that meeting, crude went down. But also since those cuts were announced, you have WTI that is at $70 a barrel last week. Last Thursday, WTI closed at $75 a barrel. You had Brent last Thursday that was at 82. It is now at 70. It is now at 75. WTI is at $70 a barrel. And year to date, you have both WTI and Brent that are down about 8%, more than 7% year to date. So what this is showing the market, or what this is showing you is that despite these OPEC Plus cuts, you are still seeing oil going down further, guys.
All right. And speaking of just general patterns in the energy market, Inez, we've also seen gas and diesel prices start to decline. What can we expect in terms of the direction of that sector of energy to go?
Yeah, you can expect it to continue to go down until about the springtime. But I want to show you where we're at with gasoline and with diesel, because we have seen, as you mentioned, a downtrend since about mid-September, and we are continuing with that. You're looking at gasoline that's at $3.22 per gallon. A month ago, it was at $3.42. Diesel today is at $4.17 a gallon. That's a year ago. It was at $5.06. So we're actually seeing right now a sort of acceleration of a decline when it comes to diesel. And analysts are saying that you can expect supply for both fuels likely to rise. If Europe has a milder winter, you can expect stockpiles there to increase. And also China recently cut its fuel prices. So this doesn't bode that well as far as demand's concerned for fuel. What it does bode well is that you can expect to continue to see gasoline, diesel prices going lower. This should bode well also for inflation, guys.
All right. Inez Ferre, thank you so much for the deep dive on the energy sector.